I was in a life work shelter, foster care, and one of my good friends started calling me Big Country, and everyone started calling me that because I was a lot heavier and all that. And
back then?
Yeah, I go by Country now, but it used to be Big Country when I was big, but then I lost the weight. And I was like, I dropped the weight.
Where's your doggy? Is she all right? She's sleeping?
Yeah, she's...
Lily, did you say? Here, Lily. She's down there sleeping. So, all right. So, Country. Can I call you Country?
Yes, sir.
Can I call you Big Country?
Just Country.
Okay, just Country now. All right, good. So, let's see. We were talking about some incidents she had with some Officer Sanders, Officer Garvey, some other witness accounts of like Garvey with some people living in their cars, some women living in their cars, or mom and a daughter. Let's just start wherever you want to start. Let's see how much of it we can cover. People want to hear what's going down on the Austin streets.
Well, most recently, since it's fresh on my mind, today, I was chilling at the park, and long story short, there's an event, and the cop came saying that I'm not allowed to, like, under the monkey tree, like every day that I've been coming.
The big tree, the yoga tree.
They call it.
It's in a public park.
Yeah, it's a public park. It was a public event, free for anyone to go.
What did you say the event was? I forgot.
It's something to do with Barton's Springs University.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. I don't think it's a real university. You got to give a PhD or master's program to be a university.
A bunch of high schools, they have a bunch of kids and stuff, but they asked me to move, and I wasn't going to move because it's a public park. There's no signs and stuff, and they called the cops, and the Officer Sanders walked up to me saying I have to move.
But before that, you said some lady was just grabbing homeless people's stuff and throwing it.
I walked to the bathroom, and my other friends was kind of nearby, but while I was walking up towards them, with because I left my stuff up by the tree with everyone else's stuff. And she just started grabbing our chairs and stuff and started moving them without even asking or saying anything. And that's when we went back over there and I got on to her. And then I guess she called the cops, and the cop came and saying that I'm not allowed. I asked him, y'all gonna have to move me under arrest? And he said yes. And while I was getting my stuff and all together, he kicked my liquid death over.
Your water.
My water, saying it was a beer. Oh, is that a beer? And I was like, no, it's a liquid death.
It's a brand of water.
Yeah, and you just wasted my drink. Oh, like, why did you, like, you did that on purpose? Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Can I fill it, I can fill it up for you with water? And it's like, no, you kicked it in the first place.
Yeah.
And then, like, he escorted me to over by the parking lot where, we was allowed to go. He said, I can't go back over.
Can't be in the park. You have to be in the parking lot. In a public park.
I can't go, like, more towards the tree. I have to, they gave me
okay.
And then it's like, I want to talk to your supervisor for what you just did for kicking my drink over and move me from, and he's like, I'll go get it after, go call him after, move the car around. And I didn't believe him. But
he left?
No, he moved the car around, and I walked up to the car. He was on the phone with a sergeant or a supervisor. And I said, here, I got the supervisor on the phone, put on speaker, and the supervisor was trying to justify him for kicking my drink, saying, oh, he thought it was a beer, and that's why.
You had already established that.
Yeah, and like we already established that, but he shouldn't even have to kick my drink. He could just say, is that a beer? I could say,
he should have investigated instead of just reacted.
And, he could have picked it up, look at it, smell it, or whatever.
But he wanted to bully you because you're homeless.
Yes.
So and that's what's going on.
And then while I was on the phone arguing with the supervisor, saying no, there shouldn't be no justification. Another police car with two more officers came, pulled up, and they both started walking up. And I turned my attention to the other officer, say, "Hey, like, ma'am, is it like, you know what liquid death is?" And she's like, "Yeah." So would you just kick it over, thinking if it was a beer? And she's like, no. And as soon as I started saying that, the officer like turned to her and saying, can you not talk to him? We're trying to, and it's like, no, I'm talking to this officer. She walked up, and he told her, can you walk away? And it's like, yeah. And that's when I say, no, I'm going to walk away until I'm able to talk to her and everyone else. I don't want to talk to this supervisor no more because he's trying to justify it. Trying to justify his
Sanders
action.
Was the cop?
Yeah.
Is he the supervisor?
No,
he's the one with the supervisor on his cell phone.
Yeah, and
he's the one that kicked your water over, Officer Sanders.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I argued with them. The lady finally, it's like, I'll replace it for you. I was like, all right. And she gave me $5. And then the officer got out of his car while I was talking to the lady, and it's like, And I was telling him, like, you're still wrong for kicking my drink and all this and that. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do? Go get you a refill and fill it with fun? No, she just gave me money. It's like, what did you do that? Well, because of you.
Was it the lady cop or
yeah,
just
the lady? Lady
Okay.
cop gave me $5 to replace my water.
That
She
was
the
cool.
nice
What's
one.
her name?
She was the nice one.
What's her name? The good one?
I didn't
Or the
get,
nice one?
I didn't really get her name because I didn't get the other two's names. I was focusing on Sanders.
There goes two of them right there while we're talking. Zoom.
I was focusing on Sanders. So I was.
Yeah.
So I,
Do we know him?
I think you might have.
he's this older white guy, white hair.
I'll have to see his picture. I saw the video and I'll try to share it out if I can, but I didn't see him very well in it because we're going to work on our video,
But she-
holding it still.
But I just got so frustrated because she's like, well, there's nothing much we can do. And I was like, well, get a supervisor out here. So you already had one on the phone, all this and that. And they just pretty much left. And that's when I called 911 and said, hey, can I get a supervisor out here? Because they just left. The supervisor that they had on the phone was trying to justify this other officer's actions, which was in the wrong. And they said, oh, yeah, we'll have someone out. I waited all morning. Nothing came. So I left, called them again when I got to the bus stop, waited at the bus stop, and no one came.
Did they tell you, like,
The dispatch said there'll be an officer on the way shortly,
Yeah.
but both times. But no officers came.
I wonder if that's because cops lie.
But I know they do.
Yeah. So Officer Sand, we don't know the other female, and there's two other cops, we don't know their names, but there's like 4 cops.
There was 3 cops. It was
Three
him
cops?
and the 2 ladies in the other one, on the car, that pulled up after he did.
And then you want to tell me what happened with the 2 women and Garvey? Officer Bad Cop
Oh yeah,
Garvey?
I have a couple of friends come up to me talking about Garvey, Officer Garvey, where during park hours we'll go up to them while they're chilling in their car or
Who is
whatever.
it that's chilling in the car? Women, right?
Yeah, the mom and daughter.
The mom and daughter living in their car.
Yeah, and Officer Garvey go up to him saying, "Oh, you're not allowed to camp in your car, sleep in your car during park hours."
Even when it's not a curfew.
Yeah, during park hours when they're open.
And they said they weren't sleeping.
Or they were camping all day. He got frustrated because they stood up and he couldn't do nothing. And then he turned around and tried to give him a ticket for being in a handicap spot, but the mom had a handicap placard. She's handicapped. So, and he got mad at that and just left. And then another incident where Officer Garvey tried to do it, my buddy, I'm not going to give a name, but
Okay, you don't have to.
under Mopac Bridge, and during park hours, you know, where they park, where the trail people park, Mopac Bridge over here.
Oh, this Mopac right here.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know,
okay,
that
yeah,
you can
okay. Yeah, I know
turn
what you're
and
talking
you
about.
can
I was
park
thinking
under the
all up
bridge.
and down Mopac. Yeah, just right here. Yeah.
During park hours, he came and told him you're not allowed to do that. You know, multiple instances.
To hang out in a parking lot that's under a bridge that nobody even cares about. Nobody
Yeah, it's a
cares about
public-
that area.
If it's a public space.
It's like a no man's
There's a
land.
bad cop, Garvey.
Yeah, Garvey, that's the cop that.
Kevin Garvey, and can you explain how he? You were telling us about he rips the tents open with knives.
Oh yeah, like another friend of mine, he cut open while he was asleep. With a bunch of other
Cutting
cops
his tent with the knife.
Yeah,
and
cut
then
it open while he was
dragged him
asleep.
out or what?
I don't know if he dragged him out, but he cut his tent, which made him wake up. It's like, what the fuck?
And it's a violation of the law. Like literally, if he's not announcing himself as an officer of the law, like that's castle law. Stand your ground. Like literally, someone could use lethal force to protect themselves because they don't know who's stabbing their tent. And it's wrong. And I've told the city council what's going on. You saw the video. They don't obviously care about police accountability or transparency. That's why we're here. This is the transparency. This is the public accountability, letting the people know, because some people aren't going to like spending their money to pay for a bad cop like Kevin Garvey.
Oh, he already, like earlier this year with my buddy Jackalope, he took off already. But he's, Officer Garvey's was one of the main ones, the reason why he kind of got tired and took off. Well, he was chilling behind his friend's truck, and he had his stuff laid out, I guess organizing and drying out, whatever.
Yeah.
And I guess, I think he went to the bathroom somewhere, but while he was gone, Officer Garvey pulled up, I guess with the city worker or something, grabbed all of his stuff, and some of the stuff that, like, his phone, some of the expensive stuff, he put in the car.
Personal property.
Yeah, he put in his car, but the other stuff, like the camping stuff and all that, they threw away, and my buddy Jackalope had to call and try to file a police report, forcing Officer Garvey to come back, pick him up, take them to the Mopac bridge where they throw everyone's stuff out and throw away. And I went to go help him. I had to get a ride with his buddy, and we went over there while Officer Garvey was, watching. Well, he didn't really watch. He took off after we started getting in the dumpsters, pulling the stuff out, and then Officer Garvey gave my buddy's stuff back.
Yeah.
From his car.
From his police car that he took, that he was stealing. He was stealing that stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, theft is definitely against the law. And if it's against the law for anybody to do it, it's definitely against the law for the government to do it. So they need to process a law. There needs to be a hearing before they take their stuff. There needs to be a warrant or a lien. Then that's because we have constitutional rights. If we don't have a constitution, then we're somewhere else. Then the government's at war with us.
The police need to be held accountable for what they're doing. The action that they're doing.
Well, there's this one.
And it'll get more wrong. These cops, what happens, they get away with stuff over and over. Like Garvey's done this stuff to a lot of people. And, and we got lots of reports from people in different parts of town that don't know each other, so we know it's true. Drag people out, beat them up, arrested them just long enough to steal their stuff. And he's going to do worse and worse. And we'll find out that he's probably raped and murdered and buried people. Like, that's the kind of cop that's the kind of piece of shit cop that would, like, hurt somebody that's powerless. That doesn't have, there's no lawyers out here, there's no access to law. That's what these bad cops, this is like the cesspool that they swim in and grow out of.
It's, I've had bad experiences with Garvey. Like in the last year, me and my buddies were camping. I was kind of, they were in front, their camps were kind of more in front of my camp. So before they got to mine, I heard everything going on, kind of went out, and they wouldn't let them grab all their shit. They gave them like 5-10 minutes to grab us whatever they can.
Grab one backpack sometimes, so that's a violation of the law.
I went back to my camp, and I pretty much took my tent out there and drag it deep in the back where they don't go. And came back and tried to help my friend get the rest of their stuff. Mm-hmm. But they still lost a lot of their stuff.
Yeah, things that people pay for from Walmart or things that people work for. Things that are thrown in the dumpster. There's actually bicycles thrown in the dumpster. You probably know. Laptops, money. My friends found money, like, change and money in the dumpster because it's in their little bag and they throw it away. I don't know why people would throw away money. It doesn't seem like a very rational thing to do, but whatever.
A cart. The city's workers does this too. The Park and Recs workers. I had a cart, a big old cart someone gave me. I had a 50-pound bag of dog food and my stuff in it. Pull along.
For Lily?
Yeah. Just like that lady that you saw walking by, it was the cart like that.
Oh yeah, a nice little four-wheel cart.
Yeah, my friend Bridget got me that and the dog food and stuff.
The trailer. It's more of a trailer than a cart, I think. I don't know what you call it, but it's like commercial, like for ready. It's people buy them. It's not from the grocery store, not that kind of cart. Yeah. Yeah,
but I parked it over by the bathrooms, like by the fence on the other side. I think I went to the store. No, I didn't. I wasn't at the store. I was over by the monkey tree. I was around, but I wasn't paying attention. And I turned around, next thing you know, all my shit was gone. And I believe the city workers just threw all my shit away. And it was new stuff. Brand new bag, a 55-pound bag of dog food, backpack. I lost a lot of my stuff.
It's theft. And then how long does it take you to get that stuff, like to do that all over again? It takes a lot. And that's why you can't get up. It's because you got to keep replacing. And that's what people are telling me. That you can't get up because they keep bringing you down again. And that's illegal. And it's condoned by the city council. It's condoned by KXN, KView, KET, all these organizations. They do hit pieces on the homeless. And there's a bunch of MAGAs. They're doing political action like Save Austin Now. They're basically Nazis. They're anti-homeless. They're Nazi pro-cop people that have already gotten kicked out of Washington, D.C. for being spinsters. They're embarrassment up there, but Austin doesn't know, so everybody's like, gives them a fresh start. They get a fresh start here because nobody knows the truth about Matt McCowiak and his Save Austin Now anti-homeless. They're the ones that pass laws against the homeless. They ran their whole ticket on it. They've got people that have pictures with Nazis on Instagram with their arms around them.
They're the ones that passed that. They were the ones that were... There was a Nazi in the city council.
Mackenzie Kelly.
She started her campaign anti-homeless.
Some former beauty pageant, Karen.
I wish there was more cops like this one lady cop that saw me during ACL. She doesn't work this area. But She was blocking. You know how they block the roads, Ozzie Morton and Barton Springs, right here when they do the ACL.
Austin City Limits Festival, huge.
Yeah. Well, I
It
was
just
having,
had it like 2 weekends
I was
ago.
having a bad day one day. You can see it. I guess you can see it in my face. I just got done crying, and I was literally. She was just sitting in her car. That was what she was doing, blocking traffic. And I was walking past her on Ozzie Morton. Next thing I know, I heard her, "Hey," you know, kind of motion over there, and she got out of the car. It's like, "Hey, do you want anything to eat? I got some food on. You all right?" And I make sure, because she know I was something was off. I was like, "Yes, ma'am." I kind of explained myself, like, "I'm sorry, I'm nervous around cops because of these other officers."
Yeah, you got trauma.
She was real sweet and was like, "No, I understand, but I saw you and your dog, I'm gonna give you some food." And she gave me some food, and I was like, "Well, thank you so much." I went on my way. Well, not the next night, the night after that, I was walking up the Barton Hill store, and as I was walking in the parking lot, she just got out of the car and she looked over and said, "Hey, I've been looking for you." I was
More
like,
dog food.
it's like, okay, and she's like, I got a bunch of, I got your dog food, I got some clothes for you for my house, and all, and a water bottle, and she got me some, and she went inside and bought me my drinks, like, not like, I don't drink alcohol, but like my liquid death and all that, and bought
water.
me some food from the pizza place, and she's like, I want to hear to help, you know, we're not all, like, you know, she explained to me, like, she's not like, you know, she's a good cop, she's a good person.
So,
but she doesn't
what's her
work this
name?
area.
What's her name? That cop's name. We might want to know.
I had it.
Because we can do compliments and complaints.
I had it, but she was, the only time I really focus on cops' names is when they really,
Yeah,
but,
when you need them.
like,
Well, if you ever figure it out, let me know. We'll do a compliment.
But she
It balances it out.
but she told me, like, before she left, whatever, she's like, I don't, no, you probably ain't gonna see me again because I don't work this area, but I wish you best of luck and just keep it, you know, all that. And it's like, that felt really good, you know, like, at least there's one officer that cares about people.
Yeah.
You know, I met a couple officers that does, you know. I was flying a couple of days.
Flying a sign.
Flying a sign one day, and this officer, I guess they were doing an event at the Palmer Event Center, but this officer in an unmarked, black unmarked car, rolled down his window and went like this, and he gave me a couple bucks and I think like a water and a snack. And I was like, well, thank you so much. But it's people like them give me hope, but there's more bad than good officers. That's what I've seen.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad officers. There's a lot of they target you, and then they're not only that, but not the police officers need to be held accountable, and the city workers need to be held accountable because they're working along with, they're collaborating with the police. You know,
They're all working for the same government.
throwing your belongings away,
And they're not properly trained on.
How do you feel about that? Tell the people that are watching. Tell the mayor how you feel, or the people that are watching. Tell them how you
feel about your stuff being thrown in a landfill.
in the landfill.
I don't like it.
The police are targeting you.
I might be homeless and on the streets. Yeah, I might have some issues I'm working with, but
You're not on drugs and alcohol.
yeah, I'm not on drugs and alcohol.
That's important.
And I know I lose my temper at times, but I'm out here because of my mistakes. You know, I admit it. I'm out here. I need to get off the street. I'm working on getting off the street.
It's hard. How much is rent?
Around here,
A lot.
anywhere over 1,000 around here.
You know, you got to make like $5,000 to $10,000 a month to
Just for-
qualify
yep.
because they won't let you come in
times.
unless you make a lot more percentage. I mean, hundreds of
And
percent.
I'm trying to get it off the streets. If I could, I would. If I can go to work with my dog and take my dog to work, I would already do that.
A lot of yuppies do it. Why not? You know.
But there's a lot of jobs out there that sees a
won't.
dog and you can, or I can't just trust anybody with my dog.
The federal court here in town, he allows the workers all to have their dogs. The federal judge is a dog owner and dog lover. So, isn't that interesting? The federal court, they have dogs. So, like, some places you can bring a dog.
Oh, that's another instance being homeless out here too. People don't understand that going into some of these stores. The reason why I stopped going to Chevron and started flying in front of it because they stopped allowing my dog to go in the store.
The Valero?
Yeah, they stopped allowing my dog to go in the store
Yeah.
because while I was checking out one day, someone was bending down and was messing with my dog, and
Yeah,
she doesn't
she doesn't like that,
and
people
she
in her
turned around
face.
and like barked.
She barked at
And
me.
I just barked. She did. She never attacked. She said, "Hey, can you leave me alone?"
Yeah.
And they saw that as my fault, and they pretty much not allowed my dog in the store. And I told them, if my dog ain't allowed, I'm not allowed. I'm not coming in.
Mm-hmm. But they'll let the yuppies in with their dogs.
Yeah.
All over the place. HEB anywhere.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the mayor?
Yeah, to the mayor directly. What would you tell him if he, like, that he could do to make things better for people instead of what the way he's doing it?
Stop criminalizing homeless people. Not all homeless people are druggies and crackheads and breaking the laws and doing stupid stuff. There's a lot of us that's out here that's trying to make it and trying to do good and trying to be low key, you know, trying to get off the streets. And,
Drinking the waters.
yeah.
Trying to get out of that cycle. Trying to get out of that.
And yes, there's a lot of good people out here that does have drug problems, alcohol problems, but that doesn't make them bad people.
Those
They
are
just
medical
need help.
issues. Yeah, the
Yeah,
people
they
need
need
help.
help.
Yeah.
And y'all just see that as just a problem, and y'all just want to. The only way to deal with it is just throw us to jail. Take us to jail.
So what people are saying online right now on the forums is, I'm arguing with them, is they're saying that the people on the streets don't want housing. But I tell them,
Oh fuck! If I can get housed up right now, I would.
they're saying that people don't want housing, that I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm telling them, no, I talk to people that have been on the streets on the housing list for 10 years
Yes.
or more. And so that doesn't mean they don't want housing. That means the government doesn't want to house people. What they're doing is
I'm still on the
they're
waiting list
gatekeeping.
for this, like Sunrise and all that.
Yeah.
For the past couple of years, I've been on the housing. I've been coming checking in, but if it wasn't for my friend I met a couple of years ago on the UT drag, he started a project when he was back in Dallas before he moved over here called Project Lorenzo. It's this organization that helps out homeless people and this and that. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be going, you know, he doesn't know much about community first, but at least he's willing to sponsor me of getting in so I can get off the streets.
That's good. That's good.
You do want housing, yeah. And there's many people that do. And there's people that are anti-homeless saying, oh, the homeless don't want no housing.
So there's no...
If someone gets out on the street, it's very hard to get off the streets.
Super hard. Well, both of us have been on the streets. Both of us. It's hard.
Like, it's hard to take a
It
shower.
takes years.
It's hard to take a shower every day for work. If you got a job, it's hard to take a shower every day.
Especially if you're in food service or somewhere where you need a shower.
Yeah, you have to have food every day. If you work all day, you're not going to get paid until next payday. How are you going to eat?
If you go to eat or if you go to get services, go sign up with your caseworker. They're going to come steal your stuff. If it's not the streets, it's going to be the city or the police.
Yeah, I can't leave my tent right now is at risk for the city to just throw it away.
Or the military now. We've got the military in town.
National Guards now.
So,
Do you mind? What?
cigarette. Just cigarette. I'm just allergic, so I stay upwind of you. So, yeah, anything else you want to add before we wrap?
No, I just wish people would just stop judging and every homeless person. That's
All the same. Like, we're all the same person.
We're not.
No.
Every homeless person is not the same.
I've been all over the country. I've been to Colorado, Utah, New York. I traveled a little bit, and there's a lot of good people out there that's on the streets. But there's a lot of bad people. But that's just like cops. There's a lot of good cops, but the bad ones is the ones that make everybody look bad. Just like homeless people. There's good and bad, but the bad ones are making all the good ones look bad.
Yeah, but you can't be held responsible for other people, and that's the thing. And the good cops, the thing about people, we're not responsible for each other, policing each other. The police are responsible for policing each other. So if there's a good cop or a nice cop out there that's not holding the other cops up to the law, that's a bad cop. So if you've got 2 good cops and 1,300 bad cops, you got 1,302 bad cops.
Yeah, because
That's the math.
Well, unfortunately, with cops, with law enforcement, they have each other's backs.
Yeah, even if
what.
it's criminal back.
And it's sad. And dude, I met quite a few years ago. I met this ex-cop that literally quit because of these other cops.
All the good cops have already quit.
Like, there's this one cop. He seemed all like he seemed like a good guy, nothing wrong. I wish he was still around because he said he never arrested anybody. He didn't have to put his hands on them because of how he approached people. He respectfully and all this and that. And when he gets back to off duty, gets back to the locker rooms and all this, all the other cops will be like picking on him, fucking with them because of that. Bullying
Because
them.
they were breaking the law and he never arrested
Yeah,
any
they're
of
like,
them. He was protecting
how come
them.
you can just do that when we have to, like, it's like, well, because I respect people and they didn't like
They have a
that.
duty
And they-
to uphold the law with each other too. So they're not because they're working as an organization under law. They have to all obey the law, or they're all corrupt.
Even the cops kill their own.
Yeah, we're working with. Yeah, there's a person. They just killed. APD killed one of a female, raped and tortured her and murdered her, and it's going to come out. So the story's going to be out soon. And so
They're bad. They're bad.
they're all bad. They can be nice to you, and that doesn't mean they're good cops.
Yeah.
Really, they have to obey the law. And if they're not arresting bad cops, they're not obeying the law, and so that means they're criminals, and criminals can't be good cops.
They're showing that they can be.
It's complicated. I know.
They'll be like, oh, hi, how are you doing?
Well, I know there's some good
And they
people
train
out
them. They train them to rapport you. They it's called propaganda. They have rapport training. They've done it to us. They try to join in with you. They try to be nice to you and all that. All that's fake. Because those same cops like Garvey that are real nice to people, some people, they're beating people up, raping people, doing that other
they're
shit.
real nice to houses.
Yeah,
but to
exactly.
homeless people,
And so a house person would be like, "Oh, that's a nice cop. What are you talking about? Talking about him slashing our tent." Well, they can't see that because he was nice. They're doing that propaganda shit, and it's all fake. They're trained for that. That's not something they're trying to do themselves. They're just trying to show how good they are because actually it's their conscience fucking with them from all the bad shit that they know is going on. That's why she gave you the dog food.
And it's these politicians that are going to be held accountable for the rhetoric, the news stations,
News.
Fox News, KXAN News, all these corporate news. They're anti-homeless. They're spreading their anti-homeless
And that's why
narrative.
people are attacking and
That's
talking
the
shit
narrative
about
that they're
us is
pushing out
because
to the people so they could be anti-homeless to you.
yeah, they're pushing that narrative, and it's hate speech. It leads to hate crimes.
And that
People are
is hate.
burning people's tents.
That's why
People
the
are
police are
burning
targeting
people in buildings. People doing drive-by shootings, and it's been going on for
This is why
several
the police
year.
Are targeting unhoused people.
It's because of the narrative.
and
Yeah.
The news and the governor.
The lies.
Greg Abbott, what do you like to say to him? The governor.
The Greg Abbott.
He criminalized. he criminalized homeless people.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
He's wrong.
There's a lot of stuff he shouldn't be doing. I agree with that.
He's
Like,
politicizing homelessness. He's just using people. He doesn't care about homeless.
Now political.
He's not offering any housing. He's not offering solution. He's just saying, "I'm sending the troops."
Yeah, if he actually cared, he wouldn't send that state troopers and the National Guard to come clear all the camps. He would send out organizations that will help get
Or
off
he
the
would have the
streets.
National Guard build housing. That's what National Guard can do in a disaster, and we're in an economic disaster zone
What?
because the rent's so fucking high. People got evicted.
What happened
Actually,
with
no.
that last year and the year before last or something? They were going before they cleared out camps. They were putting these people in these hotel rooms
They're all full.
and all that.
So they have to kick people out to make room for you. So if they make room so Mobile Loaves and Fishes, Community First Village, just said they're kicking out like 50 or 100 people to make room for you. That's what they're doing. So to get people in, they're full. They have a wait list. If you're getting housing, it's because they're evicting people onto the streets.
Yeah.
They're calling them troublemakers. They're really just people of color and women and disabled. But like, yeah.
I heard some things about Community First, and I'm kind of afraid to go, but I'm going to give it a shot.
No, it's
I'm
good.
gonna-
You should audit it and get that housing for you and your dog, but audit it. The main thing that my complaint about all these shelters and concentration camps is those same people, and she lives in assisted living, whatever you call it, housing. The same people that say that they're helping are flying a sign every day on the corner just like they did before because there's no opportunity. And if you actually do make money, you get kicked out of housing. So there's no way out. Like, they're not trying to help people be self-sufficient taxpayers and productive members of society. And that's my main problem. It's like a hole, and there's no out. Like, if she makes $1,000 doing some job at 7-Eleven, she's going to be on the streets. So you can't make your way up.
They keep you stuck.
They keep you stuck, and they should be helping people earn at least some kind of living so they don't have to fly a sign when you're in a fucking apartment. You know, and the other thing I have a problem with is tiny homes or dog houses. You can't have like more than one person in there, you're crowded. they need to give people apartments. There's no shortage of money in the city, and there's no shortage of housing. Down in
No,
Southwest
there's not.
Austin, there's like miles and miles of brand new housing, brand new apartments.
ACL weekend, they just made a shit ton of money during ACL weekend.
And the city said they don't have no money for housing.
Yeah, they lie. They just tore down the convention center.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
it's going to cost billions of dollars.
A couple months ago.
The thing's not even that old, so they could bring Trump rallies there. That's why they want
What
it
do you-
bigger for
what do you
Trump
think
rallies.
about that? Like, how do you feel about that? Like, the city says they don't have no money for housing.
But yet they spend, I call bullshit.
Billions,
because-
billions and billions.
They tore down the Austin Convention Center and might want to make it bigger. That's like $1 billion.
And the light rail was like
Redoing
another
Barton
billion.
Springs Pool
Uh-huh.
on the other side. If you go on the other side of the
The paid
creek,
side?
No,
Oh.
like they're both paid. So you can go
The city has
like
they
the
have
main
money.
by where the playground and the road, the train track, that
Uh-huh.
little train.
Over there, on Zilker?
Yeah, they redid the bathhouse, the
Oh, yeah?
trails, and all that.
Yeah, millions
But yet
and
they
millions of
don't
dollars.
have.
But they don't worry about human beings.
The other day there was a water leak, a bad one, I guess. It was just shooting up like 20 feet in the air.
They waste a lot of
and
water.
like for 2-3 hours it seemed like it was just going, and they took their sweet time trying to get it fixed.
Yeah, and that's
That's
a waste.
a lot of money.
A lot of
These
water.
parks, they wasting a lot of money watering these parks during the day.
Even when it rains, they're still watering.
There's so many, like all these events and shit that goes downtown that
Mm-hmm.
bring in a lot of the F1, the races, and
The
all
Grand
that.
Prix,
That's
South by
bringing in
Southwest,
millions. Again,
Austin City Limits.
and yet they don't have money. I don't believe that.
They have money. It's just they misappropriate money. And when they do fund housing the homeless, they embezzle it all, and it all disappears because they're all scammers. And all these nonprofits, every one of them is a scammer. Every one of them.
Well, with LifeWorks, I think LifeWorks was too.
Yeah, I've heard bad things about LifeWorks.
I-
That's for
I-
orphans, right?
Well, it's for
Or no?
foster kids
Foster kids.
and people like aging out of foster care. It's up to like 26 or
But
something.
not orphans?
Foster care.
Foster
orphans,
care.
yeah. CPS foster care is like I went to the shelter. Really? I went to the shelter. Oh, like that. Oh, never mind.
He didn't do nothing.
Well, yeah, he has.
He has. She has a history with him.
No, he goes around causing shit. I'm
Okay.
not trying to.
That's fine.
But the city. Where was I? I'm sorry.
The city. The guy just distracted us.
I know we were talking about the city and the money.
The money.
How they don't have money for the housing and all that.
Zilker
bullshit.
Park. They rebuilt Zilker Park.
They did ACL or F1s and all that bullshit, and yet they don't have money.
I forget.
We was talking about how they embezzle the money to somewhere else, or funnel the money
Oh
somewhere
yeah,
else.
they funnel money.
And like, and I can see that because a lot of shit ain't getting. The city's putting in new buildings, the fastest growing city, one of the fastest growing cities in America. Yet we don't have enough housing or people, money for housing.
Yeah, they just don't want to do it. They don't have a willpower to do anything other than to suck money up. I think I was talking about the nonprofit being like embezzlers.
Yeah, well, LifeWorks.
LifeWorks,
I had
that's
a
what we're talking
problem
about.
with like foster care, LifeWorks. That's how I first got to Austin. Back in 2012, I was at the end of foster care. I was aging out. I was wanting to go to college and all this and that, so I used their.
Like, you mean you were 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can still be in foster care until like a little bit after like 21 or something.
Okay.
But to use like the college thing for all this. But I was at the shelter. It was all right. Then they moved me to the TLP, which is a transitional living program, which
Okay.
kind of helps you. But that was off of 45th and Airport, off of Commonwealth Street. And then that next year, they shut that TLP down after they built those apartments. They built the apartments on the east side in Pleasant Valley and 7th, over by there, Lions and Pleasant Valley.
Okay.
Well, they built these apartments and they moved all of us to these apartments. They said that they're going to give us, furniture and all that. Well, unfortunately, I was like the last one to leave the place, and I was like there was a couple of us that didn't have furniture, didn't get no furniture when we moved in, but we went out and picked out our own shit.
Mm-hmm.
They said that they're going to, but yeah, I guess the fundings or something, and turns out, yeah, I didn't have like a couch or a bed when I first moved in.
Is sleeping on the floor.
And then, like, I left that, I left that, and I came back using the resources, and they pretty much, a lot of bullshit that they swept under the rug. One of my good friends that got shot there. So, I wasn't living there at the time, but my next door neighbor shot my friend because he said, called him a name, whatever. He was drunk and put out a gun. They started fighting and got the gun back and shot him. After the life work, they covered that shit up. My friend's dead, and that dude that he didn't go to jail. He went to jail, but he got
killed
out.
Your friend?
Yeah, he killed. He killed, but he's out. It was a slap on the wrist because he worked at the Capitol as a mailroom boy.
Oh.
And that's how he got away with that. And LifeWorks pretty much swept it under the rug. And
yeah, that's what they do. Is they disappear people, they injure people, they bully people, they kill people. Now I'm not talking about LifeWorks. I'm talking about shelters. And like, if you don't have your own apartment, you're not even close to free. You're in some kind of very traumatic experience that's going to traumatize you and keep you from being productive for many years to come. And we can look at that in like the Stanford prison experiments. We can look at that in like a lot of the people that, like I got a friend that lives on the street here right down here, and he's been out. I've known him for 15, 20 years, and he will not go to a shelter because he's smart. Because shelters are bad news.
I stopped going to shelters because bed bugs.
Abuse?
I didn't really get like.
You didn't get abused by the staff or anything?
No, I gotta stick to myself.
Okay.
When I went to the shelter, it was either between bed bugs and the other clients, like just drama or bullshit, or just drugs around me.
It's too much. It's like a prison environment. The Arch, yeah.
That place. I don't go downtown. I don't like going downtown because of no offense to some of the homeless people there, but they just allow a lot of stuff that goes on outside that shelter, which makes me uncomfortable. I don't like going, there's so many stabbings and shootings over by the Arch,
That's
over
old
the years.
news. That doesn't happen no more. They've been clearing people out.
I haven't been back over.
They put a lot of people, they went out and they just did racial cleansing. They went and got rid of all the minorities and just swept them up and ticketed them and arrested them. And so,
they're all behind.
Around the Arch.
Yeah, like I hadn't been back over. That's why I hadn't been back over at the Arch. I don't even try to go over there because of when I try to go and go get resources at the Arch or at Caritas. I feel so uncomfortable.
And then people were just doing random drive-bys, like just random. You can't blame homeless people. That's the homeless haters. That's the news causing those. That's when hate speech turns into hate crimes. Is when they burn tents, do drive-bys, all that shit. And so you can't blame people on that, But yeah, when people are stealing from each other, and when there's it's because there's a scarcity of resources and there's no rehab or opportunity. So if you give somebody a job, say at day labor or whatever, and they're making money, eventually, and they get a place, eventually they're gonna say, hey, it's like, do I want to do this or do I want to have this? And they see an opportunity, but when there's no opportunity there and there's nothing, you got nothing but a habit, you're gonna have to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Well, Sunrise Church is going to have to move. They're in the middle of finding a new place to move in. Because,
are they?
Yeah, because of the elementary school across the street from them. They've been having problems with homeless people coming during the night, finding needles on the playground, all this, that. Which I understand that.
Yeah.
But it's not Pastor Mark's and Sunrise's fault. They can't control what other people do outside their property and outside their,
Yeah, I think Governor Abbott said he was gonna sue the Sunrise to make a move. I think that's a violation of church and state. I don't think they're gonna have a lot of leverage to move Sunrise because they're a church. If he was just a navigation center without being a church, I think it'd be different. But he got a lot of rights.
I used to go there a couple of years ago. It used to be not as bad, but now it has. Ever since COVID, I guess, I'm assuming.
There's more people evicted since COVID.
And that place is just always packed. It was bad for a long time. I went the other day and it wasn't as bad, but they can't just stop. If the school really wants to stop, have a security out there. Have a security go up.
And maybe one of the schools is shutting down. They're shutting down a bunch of schools too. So the government's shutting down schools in Austin, several schools. So it may be that they shut down first. I don't know.
Oh,
But I feel like the school should move its ass if it doesn't like homeless people. Then,
which also makes us, the people that's doing good or trying to get, look bad. Like
yeah.
well, if they do move, what about the people that really like trying to get off the streets and using the resources and all that? We're kind of SOL. And
Well, yeah. There's other navigation centers. There's Mosaic and there's Trinity Center. I don't know what other ones there are.
I'm just afraid to go over there because I've been judged so many times, and even at the centers. I went to a food bank the other day, off of Old Tour, by HEB, the church across the street. They have a food bank on the backside. I've never been. Someone told me get a bunch of food, like literally people. I've seen people at bus stops, shit ton of food, bags of produce and all that. So I went over there. I pulled a ticket. I waited until they called my number, went to the window, and I guess I had to register or whatever. And I told the lady, yeah, I'm homeless and all this and that, but I'm trying to get food and all that. So, all right. Well, I noticed while watching that homeless gets a different bag. They get
smaller bags.
No, like literally a sack with just what a food truck has. Or the bundles of food.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and shit.
And I was like, hold up, this I have a feeling that they're gonna give me this bag. So I asked, hey, what type of bag am I gonna get? Oh, a homeless bag. Then I was like, why can't I get a produce and all, like the actual bags? Because you're not in the house.
Yeah, they say you can't cook it. Yeah, you can't cook it.
Oh, so I don't have a big ass cooler with eyes. I don't have a grill, or there's grills at the park.
Yeah, there's grills at the park.
I got a couple coolers I can use to keep my food cold for a while.
Yeah.
And I even told them that. And there's nothing, oh, sorry, or nothing. It's like,
sounds like discrimination to me.
So I got pissed. I left. Like, that really, like, I really got hurt and bummed. Like, I really got down over that because it felt like since I'm homeless, I can't get.
You're not a person. You're not a whole person. You get you get a third of the food or whatever.
Yeah.
You're not. Yeah. So are you a person or are you a homeless person?
Oh.
But
I'm a person.
You're a person. There's no such thing as a homeless person. That's just a state of being for a person. And like they make it seem like people are born homeless. People are homeless. There's no such thing. People are. You're an Austinite. You're the same as everybody else here. They're treating you wrong, but you're the same as anybody else. You have the same rights as everybody. You bleed the same. You breathe the same. You got a dog the same. So like that's part of the stigma is like this homeless person thing that doesn't exist. Yeah, and that you're a criminal and that you're on drugs and alcohol and you're not. So, you're a real person. And I appreciate this interview. Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
No, I just hope everything gets better. I hope that the bad cops stop what they do. I hope Governor Admin stops what he does. Homeless, just because you're homeless doesn't mean you're a bad person. And that's what it all boils down to, man.
Yeah, just a person, just like everybody else trying to live your life. All right, man. Appreciate it.